I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half-sunk a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. This is the sonnet Ozymandias, written in 1819 by the 25-year-old English poet Percy Shelley, one of the leading figures of the English Romantic movement. It was inspired by the arrival that same year of the intact ancient Egyptian statue of Ramses II to the British Museum, which still stands there on display, housed in the museum to this very day. It's a poem that deals with eternal themes, the decay of empires, the transience of all human things, and the fleetingness of human wishes. Yet while these themes can perhaps be seen as overdone cliches, it's Shelley's mastery as a poet that makes Ozymandias truly unique. First, the poet meets a traveler who tells of a sculptor who has depicted the statue of a pharaoh who ultimately speaks. Inspired by the storytelling style of Middle Eastern tales such as 1001 Nights, Shelley embeds his narrator's voice into that of another, transporting us backwards in time and outwards into the vastness of the shifting desert sands. In this landscape, words appear etched into the rock that signifies the old king's status and achievements. Yet just as we are readers of these ancient writings, so too was the sculptor a reader of the king's emotions. But although the poem associates vanity with death and decay, the monarch's name and legacy is the only one that lives on. In the end, the poem suggests that even the mightiest empires will eventually fall and be forgotten, leaving nothing but ruins and memories behind. And yet such an interpretation would perhaps be too simplistic for a poet of Shelley's stature. For contrasted against the broken wreck is the emotion, the passion which once lived on the old ruler's face. The poem describes the king's wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command, which still remain on a face that once gazed upon the works of a mighty empire, suggesting a sense of arrogance and pride that has still survived across the millennia. Passion, perhaps the strongest tyrant of all, lives on, not only in the visage of the old pharaoh, but in Shelley's work today.